Welcome, everyone, to the Matchup 19 podcast starring a man that we're just going to call him Butter because he is on a roll right now. This dude's rising up through the ranks. Austin Shipman, you are back on the pod and you are in the playoffs, sir. How's it feel?
It's expected. That is for sure. I mean, I couldn't imagine my team being in the toilet bowl. I got Shohei, I got other people. It was never an
Well
option.
known from the start, your team has scored more freaking points than anyone's besides Kevin's, but you just lurked down in the bottom until really recently. And I was really looking forward to not have to deal with your team in the playoffs. But you are going to hit your sixth win in a row here. That seems to be the number. So you're not going to win next week, just so you know. I hit a sixer. Hayden lost on his sixer here. Now you are on a sixer. But yeah, reached out to top scorer. He's running around doing things a little bit, so he couldn't make it. He might be a special guest later. Um, Pretty much all we're going to do today, we're going to talk the playoff outlook because there's one matchup left, and there are 5 teams that all have a good shot to battle for those bottom 2 seeds. If you kept up much this week, this Austin, with who needed to win, what's going on? I know you said you recognize you're playing Mitchell next week, so you're going to take it easy on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, diagram all of it out. There's just a lot of teams that look like they're going to be at 8 wins. Um, some people that can play spoiler. I don't know what's going to happen. So maybe I need to rest a few players next week. I've got everything locked. Maybe I need a better seed. We'll see.
Gotcha. All right, we'll start breaking it down here from I guess let's start with Benton and Brady's matchup. So after this week, Brady will be moved to 8-11. Benton will move to 7-12, but they play each other next week. So with that in mind, if Benton were to beat Brady, they would both be 8-12 and have a tiebreaker going in. But I guess they would need one of the other 8 seeds to lose. But we'll just start with that matchup because that's the most obvious thing happening next week. Benton plays Brady. How are you feeling with this stuff happening? Benton's team should be shit in the bed, but Brady's team is just collapsing when nobody expects it. So
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get from either one of these teams. I guess really you could say you don't really expect much from Benton's team the way it's been going. But I don't know. I talked to Brady today. He just seems a little too nonchalant. He seems to not really be too worried, concerned at all, really. So I don't know. Maybe he just knows he has been in the bag. I don't know what the deal is, but he's talking a lot of crap. He's talking a lot of smack. He thinks he's right where he belongs.
uh, I can't believe how bad his team shit in the bed. He was making this turn, and everyone was serious about Brady's playoff push here, and his team looks abysmal. I'm looking at starts for the schedule. Benton at least is going to have 2 pitchers go off on a 2-start, and one of those is Kikuchi as an RP. So Benton's going to have
Maybe
2 starts. If he pitches Bobby Miller, he's on a 2-start against the Guardians and the Red Sox.
yeah. And Brady will not.
So he doesn't have any 2 starts.
I don't think so. I
So
don't think so. Maybe one in the bag, but
he's got Andrew Abbott going against the Angels and the D-backs, and
I think he's too scared to do that. I mean, he did that against me, and Abbott did terrible. So
the Angels are your team you think should be bad, and they hit bombs, and the Diamondbacks were amazing, and now they're kind of skidding. So I could see them 2-starting there, but it's going to be a fair matchup. None of them seem to have stacked pitching, so I'm interested to see what kind of waivers moves they make tomorrow.
yeah,
My
Ben's
team,
gonna need to lock in.
I try to get Benton. Dude, I haven't lollycaked up my team for Benton this week. I really wanted to make a push. I didn't go out and make any crazy moves. I started Kyle Hendricks. I mean, come on. But Benton lost. We'll see how he does next week. The other 8-11 teams, Mr. 34%, 33%. Hopefully he's able to join the pod later. We can ask him how he feels. He's up to 8-11. He loses last week. Everyone that he needs to lose loses around him. And he is facing Kevin next week. So
That'll be tough. That'll be tough. That's a great matchup, though. I mean, this is shaping up to be a real end of season, spectacular. Um,
Logan facing Kevin, we can't give him much hope, right?
I don't think so, but uh, it's probably the toughest person. It's just not who you want to really go against the guy with the top points. But I have this belief right now that he's got Mookie Betts, Jordan Alvarez, Justin Turner, Matt Olson. He can put some bats points up, and then we'll just see where the pitching goes because it is a hodgepodge of just some absolute just booty on the pitching. But
I will tell you this though, even if Logan loses, if Brady loses as well, Logan's beat Brady in both their matchups. So Logan has the head-to-head seeding there. And Logan looks like he's split with Cody and Benton.
yeah, I don't know. Brady's just one of the more lucky fantasy players in our league. He just a lot of things just fall his way. In the history of it. So I just foresee Brady sneaking in somehow.
Yeah. Well, so let's just play games here. Let's assume Benton and Brady's close. Maybe Benton can take him there. I think Logan's going to catch an L. So that leaves us with Cody and Mitchell. We'll move on to Cody sitting here at 8-11. And next week, Cody is facing
Will.
Bill. So Cody's got a good shot. Well, Will is safe now. He moved up to 10-9 this week, so there's no way he's missing out on playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cody, Will?
Um,
Cody should.
I believe in Cody after last week, seeing what was going down.
And a great week this week.
Another great week. I think I'm just gonna keep on that Cody train, and he's maybe just my dark horse right now. He's just that guy. He's running hot, and I believe in him. I think he'll take it to Will this week, and he'll make his way in.
Yeah, I think Cody's got the easiest shot in right now out of this whole 8-11 group out of nowhere. So if he gets to 9 wins, he's in. And that's going to leave us with Mitchell. And I think
He'll be playing me.
I was about to say, is he playing you?
Yeah. And I don't have any two starts, and I just definitely don't really care to pick up anybody that is, but I don't know. Maybe Pete Alonso needs to find a little spot on the bench this week.
Come
Maybe
on.
maybe Shohei needs a breather. I don't know.
You don't want to
But
let me.
well, I mean, you know, I got to think about my team. I got to think about what kind of seed I need in the playoffs. I gotta foresee these things. All right, so you never
Dude, you have no idea what seed you're going to end up at. Who knows?
look. I'm mathing it out. We'll see.
But so Mitchell's got you, and that's a tough flight. And Mitchell's kind of skidding. So I think Mitchell's going to cop an L. And that's in my brain next week. I have Benton, Logan, Mitchell, and Brady all at 8-11. And the tiebreakers are going to fall how they may. And
Yeah, it's be chaos.
I think what's going to happen with that is Cody getting in as the 7, and then Logan wins on tiebreakers in as the 8. So then Brady, Benton, Mitchell, Alex miss the playoffs.
Yeah, and that would just be one hell of a toilet bowl.
It
That would
would be
just be.
electric.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really something. It'd be a bunch of deserving, teams in the toilet bowl, I would say. But
Like Alex, Benton, and Brady have constantly been playoff guaranteed teams in every fantasy sport we play. So I think it's due time for them to all up into the toilet bowl together. Mitchell too. Mitchell's a freaking pest, bro. We can get them all out. That's incredible.
yeah,
All that I have to do after that, we're going to do the same thing we did last week and see how it feels, what's coming out of it. We're going to go through the playoff bracket. Oh, dude, I forgot I filled this out last week. I don't have it filled out, but Dude, I'm struggling. How do I get there? Standings? Do you not know how to use the app on the computer because you're so used to your phone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty lost on it. I've just kind of found my way just a little bit.
So we'll talk through power rankings here, and that's going to start with the 1-8 matchup. Currently is Hayden Mitchell. What do you think is going to happen there in the playoff season?
Well,
Last week you're kind of thinking you're going to end up selling on Hayden's team. So
yeah, I think I'd still sell on Hayden's team. I mean, if Hayden ends up the first seed, I would assume he just is going to get, he's going to get the 8 seed luck, and he's probably going to get bounced out first round. So if we want to
yeah,
put Mitchell there, we can. At the 8th,
I
he's
said
going to be.
realistically, it's probably going to be Logan.
Yeah, yeah, Logan or Mitchell. Probably, I'd definitely pick Logan over Hayden, but Mitchell would be, a closer matchup.
All right, so we got the 8 seed upset. I told him today he's getting upset first round. I don't care who plays him. The 1 seed just doesn't win. So that's got the 2 seed currently. It shows Kinsley. I don't know how this works. ESPN has no settings to make it to where the 2 seed is just best record. It's always the top of the other division, but then the rest is filled out by record. But it's got Kinsley versus Brady. And if Brady gets in, he's making a run. He's beating Kinsley as well. So I think the 7 and the 8 are going to move on to the next round. And then I will let you hype up me and Will's matchup yet again, 3 versus 6.
Yeah, that would be a colossal landslide victory for your team. I hate to say it, but it's just it's just how I'd foresee it. It'd be enormous, like historic.
And this has you, same as last week, you versus Kevin at the 4-5. And
It's
this,
destiny.
I mean, this week Kevin's puts up 249, you put up 243. Really, everyone's around there. I had 240 something. I had 255. Cody's at 241. Will at 248. A lot of teams in there. Y'all are the 2 top point scorers in the league.
Yeah, it's destiny for us to meet, and it's a coin flip, really. I think you can say, you can choose whoever you think, you know. I mean, if it falls on a Spencer Strider 2 start, who knows what's going to happen. But
It
you
does
know,
come pitching for that. And Strider's OP. But I'm a believer in the power of Shohei Ohtani this year. And I think you're going to beat Kevin in the first round of the playoffs. So with
yeah,
that, I'll let you speak. It's got me playing Brady in the semifinals. Who do you have in that one?
yeah, Brady or mystery person, because man, I mean, that would be horrendous to see Brady getting this far with his team, and you know, I, I would, I would choose your team again. I hate to say, I hate to say that. It just feels like
I
something's
feel like
missing
the
there. I
whole
don't
vote
know.
just because the
Yeah,
baseball is
I,
coming.
I just don't see Brady's team turning up anymore for the rest of the season. I just don't see it.
I hope he's not in the playoffs. I don't want to deal with him. He's going to end up dropping 300 on somebody's head and then shitting the bed next week and just ruining the bracket. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you moving me to the finals again, and that's going to have you versus Mitchell. I got to pick you over Mitchell. I mean,
That's great.
there's no way
All
we
right.
can run into the
So we're
finals.
just picking ourselves to go to the championship here. This is a
I
great
mean, it
podcast.
seems like last week's pod when me and Kinsley were going up against each other, but we had her get knocked out first round. So that's got
Yeah.
you in the championship. Now let's do some analytics here, dude. Let's dive in.
Let's dive into the numbers.
You got 100 more points than me on the year, so it's pretty close. I wonder if we could plan that far out. Like that's like 4 weeks. Would that be like a cycle? Like would my guys that are 2 starting right now probably be 2 starting in 4 weeks?
I guess. I don't know. It's always weird. You see a lot of teams have moved to like 6 man rotations. A lot of weird stuff's happening. But I don't know. I'm hoping my 2 starts swing back around nice and because the past 2 weeks I won't have any 2 starts. So I'm thinking it's kind of line up well for the first 2 rounds.
Gotcha. Dude, I mean, your pitching staff, Lance Lynn's turning it back around, which is ridiculous to see. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what to
Past
think
5
about my
games,
pitching
he's
staff.
averaging 22 points.
Lance Lynn he's been an incredible help. I mean, Pablo Lopez has turned it up. And then I don't know, Urias is just he's gonna do well, and then he's gonna do terrible. So we'll see if I can just catch a Urias streak here on the end to really help, because we're just hoping for the best for them, and then just hoping our batters can crank it.
We'll just bind together and we'll name me and you dual champions, and I'll go paint another bat and give it to you this year, and we can have 2 golden bats. We'll split the cash. What people don't know, people think me and Kinsley share money. Really, me and you were, yeah.
Yeah, we had to sort of team up before it all started, just kind of
We use the same draft schedule and everything, so. But we'll say me and you are in the first. For the power rankings, that's got me and Shippy at 1, Brady at 3, Mitchell at 4, finishing off those
How did this
semifinals.
happen?
Uh, Kevin
I've
at,
trashed Brady all podcasts, and he's third in the power.
I mean, I'm just off he makes the semifinal matchup is where he's losing out in the semis. So we'll have Hayden 5, Kinsley 6, Kevin 7, and Will 8 yet again for the bottom of the power rankings. And in the consolation bracket, out of Cody, Logan, Alex, and Benton, who would take their money back this year?
Said Cody, Alex, Benton, and who?
Cody, Alex, Benton.
Look, I think this is blasphemy to have Brady up there. Like, I think Brady's destined to win the toilet bowl this year. I think maybe that's what he's really destined for, is to win the champ last year and then go back and win a toilet bowl championship this year. So I would choose Brady over any of the options, and that'll be what I ride with.
Dude, I would love tomorrow morning for all of the 5 teams in the race. So this is a shout out to Brady, Mitchell, Cody, Logan, Benton. I want all of you to make your team name your playoff percent chance. Do you think it's just the same based on record, or does it actually kind of calculate like how good you are?
I don't know. I doubt the ESPN's doing any calculations. And I don't know. It's going to be. I, I think Brady can sneak in even if he loses still, but it definitely would be tough.
If he loses and Logan wins, I don't see how he'd get in. I don't think, because I
Okay.
think Brady's record against all those bottom teams is ass. I know Logan has him beat, and I think he's split with everyone else. And I have no idea. ESPN has no ruling for me to set a backup tiebreaker. So I know head to head is the seeding tiebreaker, and I know home runs is the matchup tiebreaker. But I have no clue what the second seeding tiebreaker would be. I mean, I would like for it just to be points for, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can't set that. ESPN didn't have anything for me to set that with. Whoa, I'm looking. Did you see Will dropped Alek Manoah? He's back in the minors.
I did see that. I see that he's also been hanging on to O'Neal Cruz. So I wonder
Dude,
if
this is
that'll pan
weird.
out here in a
It's a
little
weird
bit.
time of year for this stuff. Who did I go and pick up? I got somebody hogging up a roster spot of mine, just hoping they come back. Is it Walker Bueller? No, I picked up Carlos Rodon.
Oh yeah. I don't know what they'll
He's
do for Don if the Yankees are just doing terrible.
Oh, Rodon's starting Tuesday, actually. He's starting this week. I mean, he's been
Okay.
bad, but he was hurt all year, and then he was bad, and he got hurt again. So I'm thinking maybe this time wind him up. Have you looked at Jesus Luzardo on my team by chance?
No, I'm not. What's going on here?
Jesus Luzardo, the Lizard King, was averaging like 15 a game going into last month. Last 4 starts, -1, 3, -17, -12.
That is tough.
He's gone from
That is
15
really tough.
average to 10.8 in 1 month of starts.
And that's just kind of how pitching has been this year. It's been real up and down,
Yeah, I
and
was
it's
feeling
scary.
really safe with that, and I don't know. I picked up the Cardinals guy, Mason Wynn. He had
And all the Mariners pitchers basically.
it's a staff, dude. I had to drop the other guy.
Emerson Hancock.
Yeah, and he got hurt too, I think. But anyways, you got any interesting moves? I picked up this Lawrence Butler guy. The playoffs is when the moves really start happening because all these random rookies get called up because they're no longer going to reclassify next year, or they can
Yeah,
next year.
I have 0 players, and I've added. The only last person I've added was Andres Munoz, the Mariners relief pitcher, and he's been doing all right. Everything else has just stayed steady. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna take a look and see what some of these teams call up or what's going on.
And Walker Bueller is still a free agent, and I want him to come back and pitch.
Yeah, and I guess he'd probably weren't they saying he'd come back as a relief pitcher or something? Though?
No, they said that um he if he came back, he was gonna be starting. That's why they're gonna take their time and he's gonna be a starter. They said he'd be ready for a relief pitcher role right now, but they want him to stretch out all the way.
Okay.
But they said he won't be ready to the beginning of September. So say he's not ready till the second week of September, and that's the championship playoff. Even if Walker Bueller's on a random, he gets a Monday and he comes back and it's championship week. Are you starting Walker Bueller in his first week back since Tommy John?
No, no, I would not. I would not. I mean, the Dodgers are really doing well. Especially when I'm seeing these Lance Lynn starts, they're really helping out him out with runs and everything. But I don't know. I wouldn't start first like that.
He's a goat though. I mean, like if it's an easy schedule,
It could be. I mean, there's got to be like a pitch limit and everything now. I don't know.
I'm in a funky place, dude. I really just want to stash pitchers just because of how bad the pitchers are going into playoffs, but they're all hurt and coming off, and
Yeah, there's not a lot on the waiver wire right now for pitching,
like
and
I think
so
like Shane Bieber is supposed to come back the championship week, basically. Oh, there's so much. Nestor Cortez isn't coming back. I don't know, man. We're sitting here, man. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to stack my team for playoffs. And I think just having a giant pitching slob is the way to do it. But
yeah, I
anyway,
agree.
Austin, thank you for joining me. I know this is a little short random pod, not much to talk about heading into the playoffs. I'm excited for next week. Next week we can do a full matchup breakdown. I'm not going to waste my freaking time with that before the matchups are actually set. But next week we can
Yeah,
go team by team, who's in, who's out, the real odds of everything happening. But yeah, Logan couldn't make it. He was out running around tonight by the time we got on. Austin, you weren't second, third, fourth, fifth top score. I don't know. They're all the same, but talk to some other people, couldn't make it. Will's in bed already, 7 o'clock, dude, sleeping, getting ready for school tomorrow. So,
yeah, too much Street Fighter.
oh, is that what he's on now?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Is
so.
there a new Street Fighter, or he's just back to old one?
Uh, Shoot, there's probably a new one out. But I haven't really kept up with it.
What was the last one? Like 6?
Yeah, he's definitely got to be playing the new one.
I don't know. Freaking idiot with his boom slap box fight box bullshit. I'm out of here, dude. I'm tired of talking about that Chattanooga guy. I can't wait to roast him in the first round. Austin,
Good luck, everyone.
Winnipeg, we appreciate you. Next week, folks, it's playoff time. Football starting, college pick'em starting. I think this week is week 0. I think football starts this week. Pick'em doesn't start this week, but college football fucking starts this weekend.
Wow.
So that's exciting. And then Labor Day
Dang.
weekend, Pick'em's back, college football's back, NFL starts after that. So we got an exciting time to come up. We're easing out of fantasy baseball, moving into football. I'm not going to do a podcast for football. The podcast is too much. And there's like Monday night games too. It had to be during the week. But I'd like to do something to keep the league updated. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. I don't really want to write out any power rankings like we did last year.
I never had to do them
You know?
because my team was 1-14. So I didn't
I didn't have to do it, but I came in second.
Thanks everyone for watching and tune in next week for the full playoff breakdown. Shippy, peace.
Bye bye.